Welcome to Visual Testaments broadcast with Tim and Donna Avery. Broadcasting from Spartanburg, South Carolina, we're here to bring you encouragement and point the fatherless to the Father and bring hope to the hopeless. This is the Visual Testaments broadcast. Welcome to Visual Testaments
with Tim and Donna Avery, and we're so glad you guys are joining us today. We have an amazing show today.
Yep.
We're talking about something that we've been working on for the last week with a group, but it was actually 7 weeks long.
It's amazing.
And this is pretty cool because if you want to know a little bit more about health, because right now a lot of us have been trapped indoors, unable to be able to enjoy life outdoors, but also people are kind of been sneaking on snacks and kind of just, enjoying that, but also, maybe not able to go to the gym. And so what we're trying to do right now is create this group, and we've created this group, and we want you guys to be a part of it. So if you want to be a part, and what is it called, honey? Go ahead and tell them.
Actually, it's the first annual. It's the 2020 Healthy Brady Bunch group.
Yeah, it's so cool. I'm excited about it. The Healthy Brady Bunch group, and it's 7 weeks long, and it's all about encouragement, accountability, and we're growing a great community of people who are just wanting to lock arms together and walk in the direction of health. Yep. But we're also in health and wellness, and and also a little bit of fitness. So those who want to, endure in that type of goals, that's something that we can talk about too. So
well, the cool thing is a lot of people get sedentary even before coronavirus hit.
Yep.
A lot of people were already sedentary. They were sitting at the office doing a whole bunch of stuff, but they were doing nothing with their bodies, and they were feeling it. And then there's people who are avid fitness, and they were doing a ton of fitness, and then they got knocked off their rocker with Corona, and they just kind of like, okay, I can't go to the gym now. What can I do? And so you have both dynamics of people from, couch to 5K, and then from 5K to couch. So we're just kind of trying to help people who are anywhere in that group. We even have a couple of people who have had surgeries, and I just want to get healthier and learn about the things like, what can I eat? And what can I do as far as getting up off the couch with maybe this situation going on. And we're just trying to meet them where they're at. And so the cool thing is that online conferencing, everybody has been doing it with social media, with their work. A lot of people have been doing it with their work. And so we just realized that this is an amazing tool that we can help people not just use for work, but really help people to be able to get healthy and keep wellness in the forefront of their mind for their families.
Absolutely. And I think wellness all together and all the way around, there's actually 3 components that we've put together that we feel like the Lord is having us to help other people, because also it helps us as well. But some of the things that we've learned the last 13 years of helping people walk through a lifestyle of health and wellness, we realize that there's other components that needs to go along with that. And so some of the 3 components, you want to talk about those and maybe just kind of break those down and what they look like, and maybe give a snippet of what we're doing on each level.
Well, first, if you don't mind, I'd really like to lay a background of where health and wellness popped into our lives, because for me, I got started in 2007, and I was miserably overweight. And that was one area when you're barely 5'2", size 14, 16, it really shows on you. And it was a matter of 4 months of being able to really understand nutrition, get on nutrition, I already knew what I should eat. I just didn't know how to cut the cravings.
Wow. Okay.
I knew I should go to the gym, and I was going to the gym. I just didn't like it because I couldn't find the energy, much less the energy to make my family meals, do the laundry, do everything else plus work, and really be able to understand that I can cut cravings with supplementation as well. That is nutrition, not just food. Food can also be filled in, the gap of food can also be filled in with supplementation, so you're not going overboard on caloric intake, and really being able to help all the way around and get that 100% in of nutrition that your bodies need every single day. Because I think a lot of times we're okay with settling for lower level instead of optimal nutrition. And so that's one of the things that changed my life, because in 4 months I dropped from a 14, 16 to a size 4. And I knew that I had my hands on
I know you
something.
say that fast, but I mean, it's incredible once you wrap your mind around it. I mean, from size 16 to a size 4.
Yeah, in 4 months.
In 4 months.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. So it was clearly the missing component.
Yeah.
And so I knew a lot of my friends saw me on social media and they were like, okay, you don't like the gym and you eat everywhere that you shouldn't be. So what's going on? And I said, I found the component for me that helped me to fill the gaps in my road, so to speak. So I really got to fill the potholes and it made all the difference in the world. And so I just thought, okay, if it'll work for me, maybe it will work for my friends. So they were like, please help us. And so we helped them and they ended up getting the same results. Yeah. And so flash forward 13 years later.
Of helping hundreds of people.
Hundreds. I would say close to 1,000 at least.
Yeah.
And really seeing everything from someone who's 430 pounds drop to under 300, 280 actually in a year's time or less. Yeah. And
just implementing some of the things that we've learned along the way.
Yeah.
And so
tons of women changing
and one of those key components, like you would say, is nutrition. Is just that was probably one of the things, like understanding nutrition, winning all other than just food that we're getting, but also just a supplementation. So just an all around understanding of what nutrition is.
Yeah, because this guy already knew he should go to the gym, but when you're 400 and something pounds, that's easier said than done. Right. You know, you can't always do that. And so we said, well, you know, all we can do is mess up. Yeah. So it worked. And so that's where we started with that. But I think your background is cool too, because you have been certified as a fitness instructor in the past. And you also have been in the Navy with search and rescue.
So I was a rescue swimmer, and so that really got my understanding of like health and nutrition. But for the most part, I really wanted to go a little bit deeper, because once you understand what that part of nutrition was all about, the fitness part is what I was really interested in. So that's when I really started diving deeper into fitness. And so being a swimmer all through high school, playing water polo, things like that, that was something that I knew that if I can wrap my mind around being able to do more fitness and help the growth of muscles, because a lot of people don't realize is that in your muscle is where you burn fat. You know, that's where you burn calories, is in your muscles. And so when you have thicker muscle fibers, your capacity to burn more calories increases significantly. So that was something that really interested me as well. When I started to look more and more about fitness, I wanted to get certified as a personal trainer. And so that's something that I wanted to be able to do and to look into. And so just 4 or 5 years of doing that, help people with their exercise routines, just breaking down anything from somebody who was just very, very sedentary to be able to run a 6K or 5K or whatever, and then able to get them off the couch to be able to perform, you know, police tests and exams and things like that, so that way they could actually get on the force, things like that.
That was cool. And I want to interject there, because that was a female.
Yeah.
A lot of times we think that this is just men. That was a female that wanted to be on the police force, who was feeling the weight, couldn't get down to the weight that they needed to be at, plus couldn't get through the whole obstacle course.
The fitness portion of the test. So that was something that I really fell in love with, is just helping somebody move regardless of what fitness level they're at or started with. If it's even at a 0, that really encouraged me to help people on that side of the coin as well. So coming together, we've had 13 years of being able to love on people in health and nutrition, help them understand that, but also on the fitness side of that as well. So what we've learned over the last 13 years is a culmination of things to help pour out to other people what we've learned. So another part of that too, I'll let you talk about this, is kind of like that personal development and growth part of what we're helping people walk
with
through.
The 3 components.
Yeah, with the 3 components.
Yeah. So I just thank you. I just want to jump into that background, because it's not like we're just coming out of nowhere. We've been through it. We've had life experience, plus we've had, knowledge. And so, well, for me, I love the 3 components, because the first component is personal development, which is leadership. I just love the leadership and personal development component, because personal development, when you grow, everything gets healthy. And so that's really key. And number 2, I'll let you share,
is the physical development. And like we talked about, that's something that we can show people, even if it's just like 7 minutes of an exercise, or just be able to show them ideas of not just going into the gym and trying to tear their gym down, but also just healthy ways of just being physically active, whatever they may do. And they may be out there in the garden, and just pulling weeds, whatever, and that's physically active. And so if we can show people different ways of being physically active, they can incorporate that in their day, or they realize that they are incorporating that in their day. That encourages them that they are moving in the steps that they want to go to. So
Right. Yeah. And then the last component, which I also we love, is spiritual development.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that we found over 13 years helping people, the spiritual component is really first and foremost foundational, because what's going to happen, what is going to physically manifest in the physical development as well as the personal development, is all built around what's done in the spiritual. So we all know that's true for the kingdom and the spirit realm. What we draw close to, what we declare, and what we bind up and loosen, then that's what we are able to decree. And we've found that a lot of times that when we have done it without the spiritual component, it does not work. And so it's really cool to make sure that that's a part that's grounded, and just applying the spiritual component in every single area, so that they understand that health and wellness is understanding the inner healing is a big portion of it spiritually.
Absolutely, because if they can break down those mental blockades, keeping them from saying yes or saying no to the right types of things that they need to put in their body or treat their body, then if you can get through that blockade, you're going to be highly more successful.
Way more.
with your goals, whatever that may be.
Yeah, and we've seen them sabotage.
Yeah.
We've seen, just like you're saying,
self-worth, the self-image, like, well, I'm already this far along, I might as well just not even try, So if we can help them break through that blockade, then they're able to walk through and press through to realize they are a child of God, and they are worthy of a healthy temple. Yeah. Because we only get one of these flesh suits.
Right.
And they're supposed to be our temple.
And you want to finish well. You want to finish well.
Yeah, and that's another thing. If the enemy can convince anybody that they're worthless or their self-image is terrible, then that's another person not fulfilling the destiny that God's placed in their life, because now they just become their own blockade. So good.
Well, we'll also jump right into some of the things that we enjoy doing, just as a small teaser. We, for one, if those of you right now that want to know more, you can comment below. You can make sure that you read the description where we'll have our Patreon link. You can join Patreon. You can either do a tier level. Actually, any tier level from the fabulous up will get you in, or you can do a custom pledge for $20, and that gets you in for the 7 weeks.
Tell them on the radio where they can go if they're listening to you on the radio.
Thank you. You can actually go to visualtestaments.com, and you can even Google search Visual Testaments or Tim and Donna Avery in Patreon, and they'll get you there. But if you have any questions, you can always email us too, info@visualtestaments.com.
Absolutely.
But one of the little teasers that I love to share is that they get you cooking with Tim as an added benefit, not the main thing.
That's been actually pretty fun, yeah.
That's been really fun.
Really fun, yeah.
B, they get me as an added benefit of really being able to do every type of workout. And I'm talking, when I mean every type, I mean as little movement as just getting off the couch and learning to be motivated here. Showing up is half the battle, and so we teach that. But then the main course, I like to call it, is our coaching, where we do definite habits. We understand that typically it takes 21 days to change a habit. And so what we do is we drive it home with really being able to focus on lifestyle changes that we implement each week.
So if you want to check us out on visualtestaments.com. Find us on Facebook, Tim and Donna Avery. And there's plenty of ways to reach out. And if you're listening to us on our YouTube video, just click on the link below and we'll direct you right to where you need to go. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today on a Visual Testaments broadcast. We're Tim and Donna Avery, and we will see you guys next time. Hey, thank you guys so much for listening to our Visual Testaments broadcast. We look forward to seeing you guys soon on our Visual Testaments YouTube page. So check us out on our YouTube channel, and we will see you guys soon. Be blessed.